The air in the Indonesian countryside changes as the sun dips below the horizon. It becomes heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and something older. Many believe that the twilight hour belongs to them. They are the shadows that watch from the banyan trees, the heavy breath you hear when you think you are alone. Tonight, I will tell you the story of a man who looked into the eyes of a Genderuo and barely lived to tell the tale.
To understand the fear, you must understand the creature. The Genderuo is not a ghost of a dead man, but a spirit of the earth, a towering, muscular titan covered in thick, coarse black hair. They say they stand over 10 feet tall, smelling of burnt hair and roasted cassava. They are masters of the night, capable of vanishing into the shadows of the very trees they inhabit, waiting for a solitary traveler to cross their path.
It was a humid Tuesday night when Booty decided to take the shortcut home through the old grove. The path was narrow, flanked by overgrown bamboo and ancient trees that seemed to lean in toward him. The only sound was the crunch of gravel under his sandals. He had walked this path 1,000 times, but tonight the cicadas were silent. The jungle was holding its breath, as if waiting for a signal that Booty couldn't hear. Suddenly, a sweet, sickly aroma filled the air, the smell of roasting cassava. In our villages, that smell at night is a warning. It means a Genderuo is near. Booty stopped in his tracks. He knew he shouldn't look up, but the weight of a gaze was pressing down on him. The air grew cold, and the silence became deafening. Every instinct in his body screamed at him to run, but his legs felt like lead, rooted to the spot.
That's when he saw it. Looming over the giant banyan tree at the edge of the clearing was a shadow darker than the night itself. It wasn't just a shadow. It had mass. It had form. It was a silhouette so large it blocked out the stars. Booty's breath hitched in his throat. The creature was perched on a low branch, its long, hairy arms hanging down like thick ropes. It was watching him, savoring his rising panic.
Then the eyes opened. 2 burning orbs of crimson light pierced through the darkness, locking on to Booty's soul. They didn't blink. They glowed with an ancient, predatory intelligence. Beneath the eyes, Booty could see the glint of yellowed tusks protruding from a wide, distorted mouth. The Genderuo let out a low, vibrating hum, a sound so deep it didn't enter through his ears, but shook the very bones in his chest. Booty tried to scream, but no sound came out. The Genderuo began to descend. It didn't climb down like an animal. It moved with a fluid, terrifying grace that defied its massive size. Each movement was accompanied by the sound of snapping branches and the oppressive smell of something rotting. It was now only a few feet away, its presence so heavy that Booty felt like he was drowning in the dark energy radiating from the beast. The creature reached out a massive, hairy hand toward Booty's face. The heat coming off its body was intense, like standing near an open furnace. Booty closed his eyes, praying to any spirit that would listen. He remembered his grandfather's words, "Never show them your fear, for they feast upon it." He bit his tongue until he tasted blood, the sharp pain finally breaking the paralysis that held him captive. With a desperate surge of energy, Booty spun around and ran. He didn't follow the path. He crashed through the brush, thorns tearing at his clothes and skin. Behind him, he heard a thunderous laugh, a guttural, mocking sound that echoed through the trees. The ground shook as the creature gave chase, its heavy footsteps sounding like falling boulders. He didn't dare look back, knowing that one glance could seal his fate forever. He saw the lights of the village in the distance, the beautiful, warm glow of electric lamps. He burst through the final line of trees and collapsed onto the paved road, gasping for air. He looked back into the tree line, but there was nothing there, only the darkness and the silence of the night. The smell of roasted cassava was gone, replaced by the familiar scent of wood smoke from the village kitchens.
He was safe, but he was changed.
Booty never walked that path again after dark. Even now, years later, he refuses to go near large banyan trees when the sun starts to set. He knows that they are still there, watching from the high branches, waiting for the next traveler who thinks the myths are just stories. The Genderuo does not forget. It simply waits. So, the next time you smell something sweet in the dark, do not stop. Do not look up. Just keep walking.
Thank you for listening to this terrifying tale. The world is full of things we cannot explain, and the Genderuo is just one of many shadows waiting in the dark. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, make sure to hit the like button. Tell us in the comments, have you ever felt a presence watching you from the trees? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Stay safe and keep your lights on.